Well, we did say at the end of transfer deadline day it was going to be West Brom, but unfortunately the FA have decided to schedule this replay for 3 days after the original game, so it's West Ham in Burnley instead. But it's going to be a real humdinger of a cup replay. Full house at Upton Park, one of the great cathedrals of British football. Of course, shall be no longer existing after 2016 when West Ham maybe to the new stadium. There's the new left back Burnley boys, as you saw in the transfer window video. Bolisian is the new man in the Burnley side, and he's the one change from the original game, but we'll talk about Burnley in a minute. Enner Valencia is the main attacker, preferred to Andy Carroll. It's the same formation they used in the original game. Alex Song starts as well. James Collins also comes in as well alongside Winston Reid at centre back. And as for Burnley, they've made that one change, of course. Bolisian comes in at number 17. He's the left back. Stephen Ward drops to the bench. Otherwise, it's the same team. Andros Townsend, of course, and Eric Dyer, the two other transfer window signings, they start amongst the substitutes. Kieran Trippier had a good season at right back, and he produced another heroic performance. John Stones there as well. Just to remember, the original game finished 1-1 and we're all back at Upton Park for what would be hopefully a riveting replay. Grant Lindham is the referee. West Ham in claret and blue will get us underway. Burnley in changed shirts of an all dark strip. So West Ham get us away. With Song tackled beautifully there by the new boy Bolisian, the blonde hair. It's tough to keep him and Will Hughes apart, to be quite honest, but here's Will Hughes. Well, Burnley made hard work in the first game against Leicester in the last round, and then made terrific light work in the replay, and they've started like an express train here at Upton Park tonight. Adrian with the first save of any note, and we've had 2 minutes of the game gone. So a corner kick early doors to Burnley. Will Hughes is the man that's going to take it. Curls it in. Leading down as far as Trippier. Go kick. But a good purposeful start from Burnley. 2 early chances to them. Excellent atmosphere. Of course, Burnley and West Ham have won FA Cups before. West Ham have won it 3 times, incidentally. 64, 75 and 1980. Burnley, of course, won it back in 1914, the year that the Titanic sunk. Here's Will Hughes, trying to sink West Ham early doors there, but a good save by Adrian, who should have been sent off in the original first match. Oh, what was that? Oh, Rodriguez there. But listen here, showing why he's been brought into the Burnley side with tackles like that. A young lad, still a lot to learn from his game, but if that's to be the tone set for his Burnley career, well, he's going to go a long way at Turf Moor. And onside here is Enner Valencia. And still going. Cross back, and it's missed everybody. Goals for a throw. Stones. Hughes. Now Downing. Hughes trying to settle back. Bolisian has been beaten here by Stuart Downing, and the goalkeeper makes a good save at the near post. Corner kick. turned that away with terrific aplomb. West Ham with the corner. 0-0. 21 minutes have been played. Jarvis with it. Goal kick. West Ham's next match is a pretty easy one there at Upton Park against Manchester United there. Should be a cracking atmosphere for that one, like it just is here tonight. Jay Rodriguez got 3 goals on his return to the turf, and Rodriguez just turned around again and he palms it out. Topsy-turvy cup tie this. Burnley on top. West Ham were on top in the first match in the first half. It's West Ham's turn to be under the cautions. Higgs turned magnificently well, got his shot in, and he just cleared the angle of post and crossbar there by about a couple of feet. Adrian wasn't sure. He couldn't be too certain. Just to remind everybody, if it's level after 90 minutes, we will have extra time. And if it's level after that, we will have penalties. So, whatever happens tonight, there will be a decision. One of these two teams will qualify for the 5th round of the FA Cup. And as for the other interests will probably line their way after this tonight if they go out of the FA Cup. Burnley have plenty to interest them. Even if they do go out tonight, they've still got the League Cup final to look forward to against Manchester City on the 1st of March, and then there's the Champions League games back in the action, and of course they're fighting like 2-0 for the league title, but they're on for a quadruple at the moment. But they're making hard work of this replay at the moment at Upton Park, as Valencia takes possession now for West Ham. Still Valencia gets the crossing, headed on, and it's wide. In fact, it was Valencia waiting in the middle, but a good crossing from the left-hand side. Valencia coming in. Wasn't far off being a goal there. I think it was El Falitano who had the cross in there. Bollison. And again, intercepted there, that pass, and West Ham now starting to take over as this first half wears on. Well, listen again. Oh, Robert Hughes, well, he's been penalised. The referee's not going to caution him. Looked a tough decision, I have to say. Oh, he got a bit of the ball, but a bit of a man as well. I suppose the referee had to take that into account, Mr. Linden. But it is a free kick into the last stages of the first half. Downing with it. It's come all the way through there, and still West Ham have a chance. And they still have a chance. Shot got a deflection. It will go for a corner. Might be the last play of the first half. Jarvis to take. Still no goals. Here comes the corner. Nodded away, and the referee will surely give a throw there. Downing once again to take. And here come West Ham once again. Oh, wonderful tackle. But there's the whistle to end the first half. And so far, Burnley have been held by West Ham. They've had chances, but Adriani's been sparkling form in the West Ham goal. West Ham have had a couple of half chances. Valencia heading wide, but at half time in the replay, it's West Ham 0, Burnley 0. And in the other cup replay tonight, we have Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park against League One Bristol City. Palace at the moment cruising into the 5th round of this season's FA Cup with a 3-1 lead currently against Bristol City. That's what's going on across London at Upton Park currently. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the second half to start between West Ham and Burnley. And as the two teams are about to emerge from the tunnel, there's no changes from either side as we are about to get the second period up and running. It's going to be Burnley in those changed shirts of claret, changed shirts of all dark, sorry, to get us underway. Grant Linden, the referee, gets us away then. And Upton Park still in good voice. Burnley backed by over 3,500 of their supporters who have travelled down from Lancashire. Here's Kitely. Good save by Adrian. Had to turn that one away. Really good defending there. Or really good goalkeeping there by the West Ham goalkeeper. And here comes Jarvis at the other end. Driving straight in there, and a goal towards the far side, and West Ham have stretched Burnley again. Good tackle. Here's Ward-Prowse. Both teams have substitutes should they need them. Here's James Ward-Prowse for Burnley. Still going. Still going. And still. Kitely wanted it. And Ward-Prowse continued too far along the lines. Well intercepted by Trippier. Trippier with a shot. Straight in the arms of Adrian again. And still we await the first goal here at Upton Park in this illegally anticipated FA Cup fourth round replay. Kitely. Oh, wonderful skill. Terrific skill there by Kitely. Takes the ball into the area now. Good defending there by Reid. Getting that one away. Little flick there, and here's a chance now for West Ham to break. That's going to be, I think, a goal kick given there. And Burnley's next match, as I say, is against West Brom. And one occasion that's going to be at the Hawthorn, at Turf Moor, sorry. Very well, there's a couple of changes in the offing for West Ham United. And it's Enner Valencia coming off, and Big Andy Carroll, who caused so many problems in that original match at Turf Moor, setting up the goal for Mark Noble, comes on. 0-0 here with 25 to go. Plenty of time left for either of these sides to win a place in the fifth round of this season's FA Cup. That's a good ball from Alfitano. Now a chance, and it's wide. Still we await the first goal. Matt Jarvis, the closest was come from West Ham's point of view. It looks like Burnley are going to make some changes because it's as they are being outrun in the middle of the park, so there are changes afoot here, and it's going to be Andros Townsend about to come on. Place James Ward-Prowse in that middle part of the park. We're also going to see Harry Kane on for Sam Folkes. And so two changes afoot for Burnley. And it's going to be, well, a long-awaited debut for Harry Kane. And now Townsend will take his place. He joined on transfer deadline day, as you well know. Stones. Shackle. Kitely. Townsend. Good first touch. Now Ings. Townsend in again. Good bustling through the midfield. And he might get Kane in behind here. It's Harry Kane now for Burnley! And the substitutes have combined for Burnley! And they take the lead at Upton Park in the cup replay! Beautifully weighted through ball by Andros Townsend. And a tremendous cool finish by young Harry Kane. The man they got from Tottenham. Well, they've had to wait a few weeks for him to come back to full fitness. But he's reaping the benefit. And Burnley have the lead in this cup replay. What a time. West Ham brought on Andy Carroll to try and win the game. Burnley did likewise with Townsend and Harry Kane. And it looks as if the Burnley substitutes have just made that bit more difference. And it looks as if they're going to be heading into the fifth round of the FA Cup this season. Tom Eaton with the camera. And what's gone on here? The referee stopped it. I think there might have been an offside. Heaton. Shackle. Trippier. Andros Townsend. Looking for the run of Kane, and he's there. And Ings waits in the middle. And Ings gets the ball now. This could settle the cup tie. Is he taking it too far? Ings has the second goal. It's all over. 9 to go. And Burnley are through to the fifth round of the FA Cup for sure now. Danny Ings with the killer second. Adrian didn't cover himself in glory. Made a dog's dinner of the save. Went right through his legs. And the ball fell very invitingly there for Danny Ings to whack it in at the second attempt. And to send Burnley through to the fifth round. And maybe justice has been done because they should have had a penalty in the original tie, which might have won them the game there, but not any further now because Burnley are heading for the fifth round. They've had to play 4 games now to get there. And my goodness, they've had to work a lot harder in this replay than they did against Leicester City at the King Power. Chip ball forward. And a chance here still. West Ham might score. They have. Well, it's not over yet. It's 2-1. Upton Park going crazy. Wasn't a particularly good header there, it's got to be said, but even so, it was a great finish. And Heaton just about beaten there. And it's Stuart Downing who's got it. And we've got a finish now. We've got a real finish on now at Upton Park. It's West Ham 1, Burnley 2. Well, maybe we wrote the obituary too early for West Ham. But here's Ings. And Ings is through. Is he going to go past Adrian? Oh, what a goal from a very acute angle. And Burnley have won. West Ham were back in it for more than a minute. And then Danny Ings just bounced down the other end and says, take that. And look what it means to the Burnley players. Adrian, hands on hips, can't believe it. He thought he did the hard part by taking Ings as wide as he possibly could, but even so, from the most acutest of angles, Ings still found the gap to get it inside the post and into the far corner of the net. And it means so much to Burnley, to Danny Ings and to the team. The fifth round of the FA Cup beckons for them. And their quadruple dream is very much alive and kicking in the grand scheme of things. West Ham 1, Burnley 3. A super second half of cup replay football here at Upton Park tonight. Well, what about it? No foul. Good tackle. Now Ings. 5 extra minutes at the end of the game. And here come West Ham again. Oh, what a save by Eaton. And Adrian now being urged to go forward at the end of this game. Downing to take the corner. I think Adrian has stayed back, in fact. And here comes Harry Kane now. He's got Danny Ings up if he wants. And Ings is through now. This could settle it now. The game's already settled at 3-1. This could make it more. And it does. Ings has scored again. A hat-trick late on for Danny Ings. And West Ham are now a beaten side. What a second half at Upton Park. And Burnley now have run riot in the last 6 minutes of this game. And have made West Ham pay big time here tonight. West Ham 1, Burnley 4, and Danny Ings has scored a late hat-trick. Well, what about that? 82nd minute, 87th minute, and keeping to stoppage time. And there's not going to be enough time, surely, now for West Ham to get up and underway, and then the whistle should go then. Here we go. Still we play on. And there is the final whistle. And boos ring around Upton Park from the West Ham fans towards their own team. But Burnley now cruising to the fifth round of the FA Cup. They were the better side on the night and more than deserved their fifth round spot. Danny Ings hat-trick to add to the one from the substitute Harry Kane. West Ham pulling one back through Stuart Downing. But it's Burnley who progress to the fifth round of this season's FA Cup. 4-1 in this fourth round replay tonight. The Clarets are now into the fifth round of the FA Cup. Goodbye.